It's like Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live used to do a skit called Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. It was like a spinoff on Mr. Rogers, and he used to sing this song, and I'm going to sing it to you guys right now because we've been going through a lot behind the scenes. He would come down the stairs, old school Eddie Murphy, and he would go, "It's a hell of a day in my neighborhood, a hell of a day in my neighborhood. Won't you be my neighbor?" And that's what we're dealing with. It's a hell of a day in the PMP universe. We have been tackling tech issues. We got trees coming down. Hey, Rags, be glad you're in New Jersey now. I might trade you that what we're dealing with for your 9-degree temps right now because it's dude, I'm waiting for freaking Noah's Ark to come down the street. And by the way, no letting up. It's going to rain. I heard it's raining like through next week. I mean, dude, it's feast or famine. Didn't we have a drought here a couple of years ago? Now it's like we have a surplus of water. And I don't know if I got to build a moat. I don't know if I got to build some kind of reservoir. But, dude, it's getting dicey. Tony, it's almost sandbag time. You ever throw up the sandbag?
It's getting kind of hectic. Dude.
Yeah. You ever deal with sandbags? Because I got to ask you about the sandbags. Have you ever had to do that?
Yes, I've definitely had to do sandbags, and it's no fun. No. I'm at home today. I'm not at the LBP PMP studio today.
I'm getting crackles. I'm getting a lot of crackles on your voice, but maybe I'll attribute that to the biblical storm we're having, too. There's crackles going on. Tony doesn't have his soundboard, by the way. Be advised. Go ahead with what you were saying.
I was going to say I don't have the soundboard. The roof could cave in at any moment during the show.
Shout out to Brown-Eyed Women by the Grateful Dead. It snowed so hard that the roof caved in. Go ahead, Tony.
100%, man. Yeah, and so we're winging it today because we got, like Paulie said, we got roadways blocked. We got power outages. We got thunder and lightning. If the thunder don't get you, then the lightning will, Paulie.
Dude, lock me out in the cold rain and snow. Let me ask you this. I'll go dead all day if that's what you want to do. I get tons of crackles when you're speaking. Are you hearing what I'm hearing?
No, not at all.
Oh, great. No, it's great today. It's going to be, you know what? We might have to, I don't know what we're going to do today. But anyway, my apologies to the audience. Yeah, Zeppelin Rain Song, another good one. Okay, so.
What about I Love a Rainy Night, Eddie Rabbit?
Sure. How about Bob Weir? Rest in peace. Looks Like Rain.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, and then Blame It on the Rain, Milli Vanilli.
Yeah, Blame It on the Rain. There's got to be a million more. I don't know. Give me all your rain songs today, you guys. It's crazy. And there's a lot going on. Noemi doesn't hear crackles. Oh, that's just for me. Perfect. You know what I mean? As long as my as long as I'm the one getting the faulty sound, that's great.
Dude, as long as you're the only one getting the crackles, Paulie.
Not crackle pop.
Oh my God!
I don't know.
What in the hell, man? What? Can I get a what the hell? Just give me a what the hell.
Sure,
what the hell?
Yeah, Sweet Mad Hatter coming in too with the reminder too, guys. Don't forget Box of Rain, please. Yeah, Box of Rain. And here's Groden by request.
What the hell?
Yeah, it's a mess. I don't know what to expect today. We might be on for 5 minutes. We might be on for 50 minutes. We'll take it as it comes. We're supposed to be joined by Low Steve today. He was in Scottsdale with Dan from NorCal Sports and. And Gravy too. Gravy was in the mix with those guys. So hopefully Low Steve will join us later with a Scottsdale report. John Joseph, CCR. Have you ever seen the rain? I'll double down on that, John Joseph. CCR round 2. Who'll stop the rain? That might be more appropriate right now. Who'll stop the rain? Someone got to stop this.
And of course, dude, this is the first week we're allowed to practice Little League. And of course,
you ain't practicing nothing.
Rain, of course. No. And Paulie, so on the chat, if anybody does hear crackles, let us know. Snap, crackle, pop. Let me know, and then we'll see what we can do. But Paulie, I apologize if you're the only one getting them, dude.
I'm getting tons of it. Here's Eugene, Rain on Me. Here's Joe Schmo, Purple Rain. Noemi, Raindrops. D. Clark. Rags, dude, that home run. Rags, I think you just won the prize. It's Raining Men. Hallelujah, dude. Hallelujah. Dude, that might be our theme song, dude. It's Raining Men. Hallelujah. You know?
Dude, and by the way, Nutter, you're on the same page as me, buddy. Dude, blame it on the rain. And Paulie, also want to alert everybody, hey, Twitter, thanks. You still haven't fixed your live streaming problem.
What did those a-holes do now? Yo, Musk, didn't I already threaten him last week? Don't make me have to come find it. What's going on? I don't even know about this yet. There's so much else that's faulty.
This is what we were dealing with last week, where there are numbers like it shows that we have like 3 viewers right now, and then it doesn't post our show right after we're done.
Perfect.
I talked to Damon Bruce and Larry Kruger over the weekend. They're like, "What the WTF? What the hell?" They're having the same frustrations. Rod Brooks, same thing. We're all dealing with it. So finally, StreamYard posted a message today saying, "We're aware of the Twitter streaming issues. Stand by," kind of a thing. So,
by the way, I just got a couple more, Tony. I'm going to give you everything I got while I'm getting it. Stevie Ray Vaughan couldn't stand the weather, and Stevie Ray Vaughan, Texas flood. Okay, I'll give you both of those as well.
You know, Paulie, actually, give me a report on what is is it Weather Report Suite?
Yeah, damn right, it's Weather Report Suite. Of course.
Yeah, give me more about that. I never took the time to kind of dive into Weather Report Suite.
Weather Report Suite is like probably one of Bob Weir's most impressive pieces of music that he ever wrote. It really is. It's like a classical piece, and it's a very long intro that goes into Let It Grow.
Okay.
If you know Let It Grow, Weather Report Suite kind of precedes Let It Grow. We're talking Grateful Dead here, so stand by. So Weather Report Suite goes into Let It Grow, but they generally didn't play Weather Report Suite like after the late. I think they played it. Last one I think might have been in '74. And then they just dropped it and they played Let It Grow instead. Yeah.
Was there ever like a dead cover band called Weather Report Suite or
no? But there was like a fusion act called Weather Report
Weather Report. That's what it is.
It was like a fusion thing. Yeah.
That's what it is. And wasn't that like jazz? It was like jazz. That was kind of like a jazzy thing.
Well, we call that fusion, Tony, in the musical community. We call that fusion. Yeah.
Hey,
like
Paulie. Right out of the gates, I got to go. Numerology, episode 264. It's going to be a bumpy, wild ride.
Now I can't hear you at all. Now you're totally muted. 100% muted. There you go. You're back. Now you're back. I don't know, guys. I'm just telling you, it is a mess. You were muted. You're back. You're herky jerky. Yeah.
This is when we're not in the the friendly confines of a major market studio. When we're in our homes,
By the way, too, we're getting all kinds. Maybe this is good for the show in a weird way. Escobar Cheeks dropping Jaco Pastorius. Okay, I think he was in Weather Report. And for those of you who haven't seen the Jaco Pastorius documentary film, definitely check that out. It was funded by Robert Trujillo of Metallica. He's in it. Geddy Lee from Russia, because Jaco Pastorius is like Jimi Hendrix on bass, and there's a great movie about him out there. Robot Center. What?
I didn't know Jaco was in that. That's fantastic. I didn't know that Trujillo funded that documentary. That's badass. I mean,
dude, Escobar Cheeks the third still coming. I'm a Weather Report head. Beautiful. You must be a great musician then. If you're into that stuff, Escobar, I'm assuming you're like a black belt player because that's like the advanced AP class of music. Weather Report.
Whoa. Escobar Cheeks the same Bootsy Collins is in Weather Report?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, he's in the documentary. He's in the documentary.
Yes, he's in the documentary. Okay. He's another one. All these great bass players. Yeah.
Hey, Paulie, just under the what the hell / cut the crap
stand by.
heading.
Let's let Croden do his job here.
What the hell?
Mm-hmm. By the way, anytime you want to, because of my crackles, just play that today. Okay?
You sound like a pile of S, by the way, in my headphones.
Play that today.
Sound horrible. Is everybody else hearing Tony okay? For real, let me know because we can ask him to leave and come back. But it sounds like they're fine. I'm the only one getting the special treat here.
I'm adjusting my volume a little bit on StreamYard and on my actual microphone. So we'll see
Tony,
what happens.
Fine. The audience says you're good. I don't know. It's just for me. It's a special gift for me today where I have a compromised sound. How do I sound to you? Do I sound okay to you?
You sound wonderful, Paul. By the way, Tony is fine. It takes me back to my college baseball days when I had an assistant coach, Rod Ingram, and my last name being Tony Ryan, but he nicknamed me Tony Fine, and players used to joke around with me that my assistant coach had a crush on me. So he'd be like, Tony Fine. I'm like, oh, okay.
Your assistant coach, who's a boy, had a crush on you?
Yeah.
You might want to explore that, see where it goes. Maybe you'd be better off in the long run. All of us, you know what I mean? Maybe I hook up with Rags, you hook up with this guy, and maybe that's the key to the ticket to success here, because I don't know how to do it otherwise, you know? I don't.
Dude, I don't know, man. Hold on a second, dude. Patty from Napa is a super. I do not have the business time sounder today because it's at the LBPA
sing it for us, Tony. Why don't you just sing it for us?
So she says, request Brian's song, also positive vibes to, is that what it's saying? Brian's song?
I'm not sure. Everything's out of whack today. Let me, you know what though? Let's start the show. And thank you, Patty. I want to start the show officially with a couple of remembrances because we have lost a few people. I'm going to start the show. We'll dedicate the show today to the late, great Robert Duvall. I think that's an actor who touched everybody at one time or another. I mean, he had so many iconic roles. Godfather, Apocalypse Now, Godfather 2, you know what I mean? Colors. I watched Colors yesterday in his honor, in the pouring rain, once again. Of Jesse Jackson, who fought for equality and justice and civil rights. He passed away. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson, the Reverend Jesse Jackson. And he worked with Martin Luther King, too, obviously. Rest in peace, Jesse Jackson. We dedicate the show to him. And then lastly, closest to home here, our dear friend, the queen of the scene, Miss PMP 2025, Patty from Napa, lost someone very close to her yesterday. We can't do the broad song, Patty. He doesn't have his board today. Sorry. Today sucks. This whole thing sucks. If you're expecting the normal show today, you're not going to get it. You're just not. So we can't give it to you, Patty. Tomorrow we'll bring it back. But the broad song is on the board, which is not in front of Tony right now. Don't even ask. Well, it's a long story.
Hopefully we don't have thunder, lightning, power outages, trees on freeways, and multi-car crashes. And hopefully everybody's going to be okay as we get through this storm. Paulie, you said that we lost a lot of people. How about some people I want to get lost?
Well, let me just finish saying my condolences to Patty, though, first. So, Patty, we're all here for you. I'm sorry. Patty lost someone close to her, a friend of hers yesterday. So, Patty, we love you. And if there's anything we can do, you just let us know. And that goes for, I'm sure everybody will rally around you. Yeah, the broad song, we can't do it today.
Well, I just want to honor the super. I want to honor the super, Patty. Thank you so much for being a super. And yes, the broad song will come back mightily on tomorrow night's Night Flight. Tomorrow night's Night Flight, a mighty broads from PMP, broads of PMP. Speaking of the broads of USA, Paulie, dude, we're going Thursday, gold medal game. USA women. Are they still another shutout another their belts?
They're going to win the gold. It's. I'm telling you, unless something unforeseen happens, and it's been, to me, believe it or not, my favorite story of these Olympics is the U.S. women's hockey team. I've been thoroughly. All they do is go out on the ice and kick the living S out of whoever's in front of them. Canada's going down. I got news for you. Canada's going down. I think stand by. It's been a hectic morning. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
Canada plays. Did Canada already play Switzerland? I did not follow that game.
Yeah, I believe they did. I believe they did. And now there's one game left. It's U.S. against Canada on Thursday for the gold medal. So yeah,
dude, it's gonna be great, Paulie. And then how about the men? Play tomorrow, the winner of Sweden versus Latvia, and also your guy Celebrini 4 goals already. 4 Olympic goals. The guy's insane.
I keep telling you, man. And guys, I hope you understand. I would never recklessly throw this kind of comparison out there because I grew up playing hockey. I was a huge hockey fan. Pardon me, but I actually see a little bit of Gretzky in this kid. I really in terms of how much of a pure scorer he is. He's like, he was put on this earth to score goals, and there are guys that come along like that once in a while, and he's one of them. This kid is special, and he's 19, dude. He's 19. So which is also very Gretzky-like. Gretzky came up as a teenager and turned the NHL on its head. Just think about this, though, Tony. Gretzky's ultimate year, I think, was the 82-83 season. You ready for this one, bro? He scored 92 goals in that. Insane. And it's an 82 goal game schedule. 92 goals. I mean, it's like that'd be like hitting 92 home runs. It's unheard of,
outrageous. And by the way, Stevie B is a super, and it's a good one. He says, silver lining to the dreary day. Springsteen tour. Hey, take it, Paulie, take it.
Well, no, I mean, what else can I say? It's the best surprise I got all weekend. And Stevie B, you're damn right. I'll see you there. We'll see. We're also going to see Scarlet Fire, Bonnie. Bonnie and I had a couple of back and forths this weekend in the little Bruce Springsteen command center. And yeah, there's no question, Stevie B. I'm extremely excited about that. I'll definitely see you there. We'll get a little PMP get together happening. So thank you, Stevie B, and crank up the Bruce. I can't wait. I need it. You need it too. We all need it. Give me the boss right now.
So, dude, 2 dates at the Forum on the 7th and the 9th of April, and then April 13th, I believe Chase Center, I assume. It just says San Francisco, but I assume
Chase Center, buddy. Chase Center. Yeah.
Sweet. It's going to be freaking great.
I'm thinking about going up to Portland, too. I might do a few shows on this one. I really might. I might run around and chase Bruce for a little bit, because this is what he said. So generally, Tony, in Springsteen's career, when he goes on tour, I'm not exaggerating this. Usually his tours last 2 to 3 years. and he will go all over the world. And now he said because of the age that he's at and the band is at, what he's going to do is he's going to tour more often, but he's going to do shorter tours like this. This is like a 2-month tour, which by his standards is very short. So I'll take that. More gigs more often, just fewer lengthy tours. That's all.
Dude, and that's what Phish has done too. They used to do super long tours every year, a super long summer tour, a super long fall tour, a super long spring tour. Now they just do short tours. So same kind of thing, Paulie, and it's fine. Do the short tours. They stay refreshed.
Yeah, you can't take laps around the world when you're in your 70s. It's just like I think it wore him down last summer. So he's getting hard. He's like shorter tours more often. Bring it on, boss.
Paulie, also, dude, speaking of Springsteen, I finally watched the Springsteen movie over the long weekend.
Oh, give me your thoughts. How about the kid? How about my boy Jeremy Allen White? How great was he as Springsteen? I mean, he really captured like the whole essence. He really did.
Incredible. He was incredible, and so was Jeremy Strong as John
Landau. Yeah,
just the two of them were just dynamite. And dude, shout out the cameo by Mark Maron as the studio producer. I'm a Mark Maron fan. If you saw Stick, great show, or if you listen to his podcast that he just ended, great podcast, Mark Maron. But dude, by the way, happy birthday, Jeremy Allen White today. Happy birthday today.
How old is that? I don't even know how old he is.
Actually, that's a good question. I should look that up. I didn't see what year he was born, but I know today's his birthday. Dude, we got a lot of fun birthdays to celebrate later on in the show. But I saw today was his birthday, and I'm like, heck yeah, dude. That's vibes right there, because I watched the show over the weekend, and I was like, wow, this it just. And you're right, Paulie. It starts, dude. Born in 91. Born in 91.
Oh, he's a puppy. Yeah, he's a little puppy. I was neck deep in Grateful Dead in 91. He was just getting born. I was already.
Yeah.
Oh, I had lived several lifetimes by 1991. You know what I mean? I really had.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But Megan was watching the movie with me, and she goes, "There's no way he's really singing." And I go, "No, that's Jeremy Allen White doing the singing in the movie." And I was just, we were both floored that it was actually him doing the singing.
You can see like the veins on his neck like popping out. That's always a dead giveaway. He was selling out. He was singing his ass off. And
incredible.
It was hard to watch some of that stuff though, like his abusive father. And it turns out like that Springsteen. I won't spend too much time on this for people that don't like Bruce, but I will say this: like they didn't know growing up. His dad was bipolar. His dad had like a mental illness, and he was abusive. It was like a dark household that Bruce grew up in. So they addressed that in the movie too. But anyway, I thought it was a great movie too. I'm glad you finally saw it. Scarlet Fire is a super, Tony. Give her some love.
Yeah, and also Escobar Cheeks is a super too. So let's go Escobar. He's popping up saying Robert Duvall, the only consigliere I acknowledge.
Nice.
Hashtag Mux fix it. Hashtag free the thumb drive. Hashtag F Shady Shohei. Hashtag no butt stuff. Hashtag no shaman. Hashtag Hershey's. Hershey's Crackle.
What, like the candy, the Crackle? Yeah, I got a couple Crackles. Sure.
Those are great candy bars, the Crackle, and then we love you, Patty. Hell yeah, we love Patty.
Yeah, we love you, Patty. Hey, I'll tell you what though, Tony. Even though you have like compromised sound in my headphones today, I do love your candlestick backdrop. I do love that.
Yeah, this is my go-to backdrop for now. Anytime I'm going to be remote and not at the LBP PMP studio, I think this should just be my backdrop, because this is the backdrop I chose when we joined Dan. Coach Emilio's show, NorCal Sports, a couple weeks ago or last week? That was last week.
Speaking of, actually, how about this, Tony? Let's do the supers. I'll sing Business Time since you don't have the soundbite today. And then let's give some love to one of our 3 sponsors today, because we got a lot to get to, and we got to get to Los D. Guys, sorry. Carlos de la Fuente is going to join us. He was at Scottsdale yesterday with Dan and Gravy, and I want to get all their thoughts. Obviously, Vitello kind of went off in the dugout this weekend, or kind of go ahead, give me your reactions on that real quick.
Well, I just thought it was so bizarre. Like, why go there? Like, and if you had an issue with somebody who, released the rumor early, approach that person behind closed doors. I thought it was just odd. It was very odd.
Well, let me just remind everybody, not that you need me to, but again, this is a guy with no big league experience. He's never gone through this before. He's never gone through the media scrum that will be in his face every day. That's part of being a big league skipper. If you don't know, like the skipper always comes out before first pitch, a couple hours before his first pitch, sits in the dugout and talks to the media. They take any question you want to throw out there. And he's going to have to adjust. This is part of his life now. And there's another scrum today. There'll be another scrum tomorrow. And this is just, it's part of the job.
Totally. And I just thought it was very bizarre. And I'm like, I would think we'd want to go out of his way to be endearing, to start off on a I don't know, on a good foot. And that's kind of the vibe he started off. And it's like, okay, I get it. And he's already said he doesn't want to be his team. He doesn't want the Giants to be a liked team. He wants the Giants to be like hated. So I don't know, maybe this is all part of the deal. I'm not, like you said, Paulie, it's a rookie season for him, and there's some lumps, but that was just odd. That was really odd.
Tuba Sun God, hashtag fire Vitello. That season that you started fire his ass. All right, Tony, I'm going to do business time, and then you tell me, what are we doing? Stack, Los D, Dr. Young. It's a potpourri today. Where are we going first?
We'll go first to Scarlet Fire's Super, which we didn't get to, and then we'll go to...
Oh, man, want to be rich. Rich man want to be king, and the king ain't satisfied till he rules everything. A little Badlands for you. Hey, we're getting that. I guarantee you we're getting that, Scarlet Fire. Me and you, good kid. Me and you. A couple of Jersey kids getting our boss on. Thank you, Scarlet Fire. I'm very excited. I know you are, too.
And, Paulie, like the Z28, the Camaro Z28, and by the way, the video that we got to show of Bruce announcing the tour, he's standing in front of that same Camaro. That's it, that he had in the Springsteen movie.
I didn't catch that. That's a good catch. I didn't notice that. Nice.
Yeah,
nice.
And what a ride, man. I love that car. But anyway, Scarlet Fire is a Super. Poor man. Okay. You already sang it, Paulie.
So Badlands. Yeah, sure. A little Badlands for you. Badlands. Yeah.
That's phenomenal. Go see the movie if you haven't seen it. Yes, it's dark, but it's also brilliant too. So Paul, let's go to Tom Stack. Let's get inside. Let's go to 710 Asbury.
Okay, well, let's go. Let's do that. Let's go to. I wonder if they're having rain problems today too over at the old Grateful Dead house. Leaky roofs, running water, all that stuff. Tom Stack. By the way, speaking of Springsteen and people that are excited about the boss coming to the Chase Center in April. Tom Stack, also huge Bruce fan. I heard from him over the weekend. He's fired up to see we're going to have like a whole P&P contingent at this show. So anyway, Tom Stack, a big music lover, one of our new sponsors. He is a broker with Coldwell Banker Realty. Super, super cool guy. Very interesting guy to talk to about a variety of things. He is an extremely personable guy. He loves helping people. He loves working with people in the Bay Area. And he loves putting people in the right home. In fact, I know Stevie B is starting to get ready to do a little house shopping. I would highly recommend you go to Tom Stack, Stevie B, because he'll take care of you. I mean, this is one deadhead looking out for like a junior deadhead like Stevie B is. And you're in good hands with Tom Stack. He's over 20 years in the business, in the realty game. And he's an SI product. We like to throw that out there, too. He is a big, big music lover, just a little bit on the personal side. Big sports lover, big music. You know what? I should say this more often, just give you complete picture of Stack. He was extremely close friends with Bill Walton. Extremely close. They hung out all the time together. But again, when you're staring down the barrel of the first time you're buying a house, it's daunting. It's overwhelming. It's a whole thing you got to go through, and it's not easy to do that in today's climate or today's market. But I will say this, when it is time to buy a house, it's time to talk to Tom Stack. He's going to treat you like a rock star. Maybe it's your second, third, fourth, fifth house. Who knows? Do it with the right guy this time. Do it with Tom Stack. He will give you the proper guidance you need. He will give you the proper assistance you need. And he will not let you make a purchase that you can't handle. I think there are agents out there that are just looking to kind of fatten their wallets, and they'll be like, oh, look, I got a sucker on the line here. I'll get him to sign this lease, and then I'm going to make a huge profit. Tom Stack is not one of those guys.
Yeah, at all. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, Paulie.
Jump in. Yeah.
I was just going to give you, again, not from just us. It's from the testimonials that you can read about Tom. And this is Kelly in Walnut Creek. She says, Tom is amazing to work with and gets the job done joyfully. Yeah. His thorough research, attention to detail during walkthroughs, knowledge of neighborhoods, and willingness and ability to educate me about the market made me feel confident and comfortable as a first-time home buyer, and his jokes and stories kept me laughing along the way. Thanks to Tom, I was able to find and purchase a beautiful house that exceeded my dreams, but not my budget, in 2.5 weeks, and my dog now has a yard of her own. That's from Kelly in Walnut Creek. So that just tells you, I think the key words in that review, Paulie, first of all, the review is called Simply the Best, but that he gets the job done joyfully, and that he kept her laughing and made the experience enjoyable through jokes and stories along the way that he combines with his knowledge of the marketplace and of the neighborhoods and of the schools and the parks and everything. Tom is such a knowledgeable dude about all that, but like she said, he makes the process enjoyable, like all of our partners, man. It's a common thread, as we say all the time. It's a common thread. And Tom, like it says right there on the screen, he'll treat you like a rock star. And that's
Tony, shout out to Marinda Corridor too. Let him know where his specialty areas are. I like it when you cover that.
The La Marinda Corridor, dude. Lafayette, Moraga, and Orinda. Lafayette, Moraga, and Orinda. And that's Tom Stack's wheelhouse, but he also does the Greater East Bay. We've got Concord, Pleasant Hill, Martinez. Like he covers the Greater East Bay, and he also knows people around the entire Greater Bay Area. And like Patty said, that he already hooked her up with somebody down in Lake Havasu because he knows people in Lake Havasu. So awesome. Tom's the man. He's just, we love him, and we love that we're partnering with him. And Tom, thank you. But we say he treats you like a rock star because Tom worked with rock stars himself, the Grateful Dead, Jerry Garcia, Carlos Santana, and more. So, you know what, like we said, get in touch with Tom Stack at Coldwell Banker, Paulie.
I will, and thank you. Give Tom a call today, 925-878-9964. Once again, 925-878-9964. You can email Tom as well. It's tom.stack, S-T-A-C-K, at cbnorcal.com. Thank you, Tom Stack. Quick shout-out to follower95, who, when I said, hey, let's talk about Tom Stack, and I said, hey, listen, when you're staring down the barrel of buying a house, you know what he hit me with on the comment line? He hit me with, looking down the barrel of a gun, son of a bitch, getting paid, getting rich. Blattin', blattin'. Yeah, totally, dude. So it's $7.95. When are we going to hang out, bro? Do we know the true identity of follower $7.95? Do we know this guy?
No.
Mysterious, but you're quoting the Beasties like that. That's one of my favorite Beastie Boys songs, by the way. Looking down the barrel of a gun. Yeah.
Dude, and by the way, I'm getting crackle sound effects. I apologize.
You're crackling like a goddamn bowl of freaking Rice Krispies over here. Why don't you do this? Why don't you split and come back? Because now the audience is hearing it too. Are they getting the crackles?
A couple people have said, I saw a crackle. By the way, Arkansas Dave, tomorrow night, I'm going to send your email. I'm going to show your email on the show. He sent a phenomenal picture of Steve Caballero and himself. In Campbell. I'm going to share that tomorrow night on the show, night flight. But stand by, Paulie. I'm going to leave, and then you come back.
Get the hell out of here because Noemi's hearing it. We're crackling like crazy, and I apologize, you guys. Sorry, I think I'm going to blame it, Tony. If I may, like Vanilli said, I'm going to blame it on the rain. I don't know what's happening or why this is happening, but they're all getting it. Yeah, they're all saying I hear the crackles now. It's Crackling Rose. Yeah, Pop Rocks, Big Al, totally. Give me a bag of Pop Rocks. Hopefully, Tony can straighten that out. So what we're going to do shortly is we are going to connect with Carlos De La Fuente with his Scottsdale reports. I don't know how you guys feel about the whole Vitello thing. You know what I mean? I'm going to be totally honest with you. To me, it smacks of a guy who is just inexperienced at this level. And you kind of got to expect that. There's going to be some growing pains along the way. And I'm not even really being critical of what he did. I think he came from a previous interview where he had to address all that stuff. Then he just kind of went into his little thing. I'll call it a tangent. Maybe that's too strong a word. His little riff session in the dugout there. I think it caught people by surprise. But I'll tell you, yeah, that's a good call. Robot Central, less talking, more baseball. I feel you. But see, you know what, though? It's a game that managers have to play. It's how you handle the media. That's why Bruce Bochy was so beloved. And not only by the fans, but people like me. When Murph and I would deal with Bruce Bochy from day one until his last day in San Francisco, he was a charming SOB, and he knew how to play the game. Now, there were times when the Giants would be on a losing streak. We would go into the dugout, and Murph and I would look at each other and say, like, damn, Boch is not in the mood today, buddy. And he would make that pretty clear. But 99% of the time, Boch knew how to massage the media. He knew how to roll with that. And Vitello's, he's going to have to grow into that. He's going to have to learn. And I will say this. Maybe, Tony, it's better that he has these moments now as opposed to when we're in the heat of the season and things really start getting hectic. But it's not, to me, again, it's to be expected. He's a young, inexperienced guy at this level.
Yeah. How's the crackle? Still crackling?
No more crackles. Let's keep it that way.
Okay.
You sound good. You know what I mean? You sound really
Great,
good.
dude.
Let's keep it that way.
Hey, you know, Paulie, what the hell? Just what? Give me one. Come on.
What the hell? What the hell?
Dude,
And again,
by
if
the
you
way,
listen carefully, you can hear De Niro with the crowbar breaking into the car. Listen.
What the hell? What the hell?
You hear
Yep,
him like prying
yep.
the door open? Yeah,
Yep.
he's stealing a car. Yeah.
Dude, and we have got a lot to get into today, Paulie. But yes, Vitello. I'm struggling because when I look at him, I see the jawline of a Gabe Kapler. I see the beard of a Gabe Kapler.
That's this whole generation. They're all like male models. They're all incredibly finely cropped and trimmed. You know what I mean? Let's face facts, Tony. Our generation, me and you, guys like us, we weren't as pretty as these guys are, and we weren't as consumed with being pretty. I kind of like mussing things up. I like going out like unshowered and gruff. You know what I mean?
Dude,
There's something
totally.
to be said for that. Yeah.
And you know what? Again, back to that interview. I see Sweet Mad Hatter saying that interview gave me Kapler vibes. I'm not saying that like the look of a Vitello is what I'm struggling with.
Beard, every hair is in place.
Yeah.
Tony. Every freaking hair. Yeah.
But then also what he was saying, it's like, oh man, that's how you're gonna kind of start this. Okay, that's just. It's and like you said, Paulie, we got to cut him some slack, and but like it was just bizarre. You know, it's just bizarre.
I like Miriam checking in right now. Yeah, that's an uninformed take by Gabe Kapler. Gabe Kapler would just scold you. I remember he had a real thing with Murph, man. One time we had him on the show. He was, dude, because let's be honest, every morning we would open the mics, and especially me, I would be breaking his ball. Like it was going out of style. I'd be like, oh yeah, really? And I'd be doing the Kapler voice. And then he came on with us once, and Murph was like, hey, you're getting used to the city. He goes, I imagine that you're probably a big burrito guy, right? You like burritos? So, oh, really? Is that what you imagine? You imagine I'm a burrito guy? With his like Darth Vader voice, like pushing. Murph and I looked at each other like, oh geez, this is not gonna go well, man.
Hey, Paulie, before we let Carlos De La Fuente come on the show, I want to, before we bring him on the show, he's kicking it in the green room. He's getting fanned with palm leaves right now by a couple of our staff that's on hand in Scottsdale. Yeah. But I want to get your take on a couple things. First of all, I want to talk about quick KD and the KD nonsense.
We got it, dude. Somebody put up on Twitter over the weekend like what's the word I'm looking for? Like a sketch of what the KD statue in front of Chase Center will be. Did you see it? It was a gold statue of KD tweeting. It was of him with the phone in his hand tweeting. That'll be KD's statue. But anyway, finish what you're going to say.
KD, I want to talk about Juwan Jennings, Tyreek Hill. There's we talked about the women's and men's hockey a little bit, but Paulie, the KD thing, a burner phone, a fake or multiple fake Twitter accounts. I mean, what are we doing, dude?
The guy's out of his mind. KD, and again, for the record, I've said this a million times. I love Kevin Durant. I love Brian Piccolo. I love I love Kevin Durant. I love what he did in Golden State. I can't speak for him. I know he's got his own things to do and all that. But to me, the biggest basketball mistake he ever made was leaving Golden State. Yeah, Draymond Green's a hothead. Yeah, he's going to run his mouth. That's what Draymond Green does. But the end result is titles. And KD wins 2 back-to-back titles. He gets MVP in the finals. And he's like, yeah, I got to go now. I'm out of here. And what's happened since? His individual numbers are always great, but he's never been on a championship caliber team, and he's trying again right now with Houston. I don't see them as a title-winning team. Apologies to KD. I just don't see that happening. They're good. No. They're not great. So I still think that was the biggest misstep of his basketball career was leaving Golden State. Because if they still had him, you could argue they might have won a couple more rings since he left town. I mean, they could have had more.
Dude, I saw a disturbing graphic of James Harden, Russell Westbrook, and Kevin Durant, and how many teams all three of those guys collectively have been on instead of staying together and creating their own super team. They could have had their own.
If they stayed at OKC, they definitely would have won at least one ring, at least with 3 Hall of Famers. Yeah.
Right, but it's like all of them have had at least 6 teams, if not more. It's just crazy.
And what's with this like burning desire to be like, I have to be the man.
I don't know.
I have to be a number 1 player. Like I can't be part of something. I have to be the guy. I think that's how Westbrook felt. I think that's how Harden felt and KD. And I think KD was like, I got to leave Golden State now to go carve out my own identity as a winner because people are saying I rode on Steph's coattails, and Clay was still a force at that time. But again, to me, that was just a team. There was no one guy. It was a collection of great players that won those titles.
See, this is the difference between people that want to be the guy and people that just want to win a ring. And this is if people want to talk about like the Montana Brady GOAT conversation, Montana was all about the ring. I can argue that Brady wasn't always all about the ring, and had always wanted to have himself in the spotlight. Look at what he's doing now with his post-playing days. Montana couldn't get out of the spotlight fast enough when he was done playing.
Even to this day, he does not like going out and being like harassed by people. He likes to be in the shadows, Joe. And I think that's awesome. To me, that's super cool,
dude. Totally. Whereas Brady, like we've got Brady fatigue. Because he's out, we see him so much. You know what I mean?
Of course I do. Yeah.
And I think about players and people that do certain things, and I'm like, think about either somebody did this all for him, set up these burner phones and these fake accounts for him, or Katie did it himself. Either way, think about all the thought and process and work that had to go into setting this all up. Like, and what are we doing? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, why does he care? You remember famously, he got into it with like a 14-year-old up in Mill Valley a few years ago. We had that kid on our show. We talked to the kid. And he was like, I couldn't believe Kevin Durant was like texting me back and like yelling at me and stuff. It's like, bro, Kevin Durant, you're a Hall of Famer, bro. You shouldn't be concerned what some kid in his basement is saying at 1 o'clock in the morning, but he is. He's consumed with it. And I think it's a bad look. I think he's going to regret this someday when he gets older. He's going to be like, God, what the hell was I doing? Like, you didn't see. Could you see like Larry Bird doing that? Could you see Michael Jordan doing that? Could you see Magic? No, hell, could you see Patrick Ewing? No, they were too busy like being pro ball players. And thank God there was no Twitter back then too.
And you said Michael Jordan, Paulie. Happy 63rd birthday to Michael Jordan today. Just FYI.
Oh, okay. The true GOAT, honestly. I'm not even a huge Jordan fan, but I got to give him he was the best player of all time. I got to give it up.
No argument for me, Paulie. No argument for me at all. Just really quick birthdays, real quick. Guy McIntyre birthday today. Happy birthday, Guy McIntyre. Billy Joe Armstrong, 54 years old today. Billy Joe, birthday today. And then who's
you have that time to be go ahead
to listen to me whine about then dude, bar none. Happy birthday, bar none, William Floyd today.
I was getting into it with Bar None's daughter on Twitter the other day. Did you see that whole? I put it in bookmarks. She's the best. She's the freaking best. So check real quick, and then here's what I want to do. I want to do.
We got Los.
Listen to me. Listen to me now. What I want to do is I want to do a Carlos De La Fuente spot, and then we'll bring him into the show. See what I'm doing?
Yeah,
it's like
perfect.
It's like China Rider. We'll do both. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So the other day I was just minding my own business, and I see a post by Bar None's daughter, and she goes, and maybe some of you guys saw this. She goes, "Hey, I'm William Floyd's daughter. Please post something for my dad. His birthday is next week, and I'm going to print all these comments out and give it to him on his birthday." Nice. So she's a lovely kid. I've never met her before, but you and I did a face-to-face with Bar None in Miami, dude. I got to be honest. To me, that was really cool. 94, man, as a rookie. Oh, dude, it's such a shame he blew out his knee. He got hurt in 96. It sucked. He was never quite the same after that. But when he was strong and at full strength, what was he, Florida State? Is that where he came from?
Oh,
Florida State Seminole. Is that right? I think he was Florida State, I want to say.
I can't remember, actually, but I loved William Floyd. I'm going to wear the glove tomorrow night.
Yeah, and I'll throw on the Brent Main wristband tomorrow night, too. Okay, Tony, time to talk about Carlos De La Fuente and Flex Funding.
Paulie, real quick, Paulie, just confirming you were correct. He was a Seminole. Correct.
Yeah.
By the way, go ahead. I just want to welcome Aaron Lost to the show. I've never seen the name Aaron Lost. Welcome. He says he or she, I guess it's a he with Aaron. What's cracking? So what's up, Aaron Lost? Welcome to the show. Paulie, continue. I apologize. I cut you off, my man.
Nah, I love it when you do that. By the way, I would think it would be better if Aaron Lost had like a twin brother who was named Aaron Found. You know what I mean? Aaron Lost, Aaron Found. We got them both. We got both of them. All right, guys. Carlos De La Fuente at Flex Funding. We're going to go to him live in a second for his spring training report. But first, about the business he does. And by the way, Carlos, from me to you, if you can hear me out there, thank you for everything you did this morning. All that stuff. I appreciate it. Carlos and I were kicking it around this morning. Dude, my buddy, check this out. I'll do a little personal touch before we do the proper spot. My buddy, Christian Amaru, whose nickname is Eugene, I think I saw him on the comment line earlier today. He's in Arizona right now. And he goes, he's there on business. And he goes, I'm like 10 minutes from Scottsdale. And he goes, he provoked this. I didn't even tell him to do this, but he goes, give me Los D's phone number. I got to hook up with this guy. And Eugene was the guy I bought to the opening day party last year. If you guys remember my buddy Huge, that was him. So anyway, Carlos, be ready because Christian's coming your way. He's going to look. He just wants to hang out, I think, or talk business, or both. I couldn't really tell. But anyway, he's coming your way, Carlos. So be ready for that. In the meantime, Carlos de la Fuente, listen, as he said, handles all financing related to real estate, mortgages, both residential and commercial. He's like our financial guru of the PMP community. He's helped a lot of PMP people out with private money loans. And again, when it comes to your finances, we're talking mortgages, we're talking loans. You have to be able to trust the guy on the other end of the phone. And in this case, that's Carlos. You will not find a more rock solid stand-up guy than you really won't. We know him now. Like we've gotten to know him over this past year. He is all about the trust. He is all about helping people out. Private money loans, you need some cash in your pocket. I get it. I think we all get it in this day and age. This is a tough time financially, not for everybody. I think even if you're making a lot of money right now is a pretty challenging time. And by the way, I saw another report today. Prices on a variety of consumer products are going up again. Everything from like clothing to food items, like everything is going up. So, how do you navigate through these challenging times? You reach out to a guy like Carlos and you explain your situation and you tell him, what you're trying to achieve. And again, speaking on behalf of Carlos, he can handle personal loans. Think of it like this. He is a one-stop shop for your financial questions, for your financial needs. He has a great lender as a partner. So when it comes to like HELOC loans, one of his specialties, you couldn't be in a better situation than working with Carlos, especially if you're interested in a HELOC loan, a home equity line of credit. That is one of the things Carlos specializes in. And I can't list all the PMPers, Tony, that have gone to Carlos for help and assistance because there's a lot of them. And that's my point. If you're in the shadows and you've been watching the show and you're like, yeah, I should probably call Carlos, but I'm a little nervous about it. Don't be. He'll disarm that right away. He will put you at ease. He will help you get through this challenging time. And again, if it's as simple as this, you just need some cash in your pocket, he can actually make that happen. There are a variety of ways to make that happen. And just know this too. Your time is valued with Carlos. He's not going to drag this out for like weeks and weeks. It'll usually, when you start the business deal with Carlos, he can usually wrap it up within 7 to 8 days. No appraisal fees, no fees attached, no escrow title fees, stuff like that, and very fast closings, Tony. So Carlos de la Fuente, with his over 25 years of experience, is waiting to hear from you. Reach out at 925-250-4894. Also, email Carlos, Los D as we call him, Carlos at myflexnow.com, Tony.
Yeah, you mentioned the people that you're wondering, the list of people just with the PMP within the PMP familia that have reached out to Los or worked with Los. Candlestick Kid, I think, is the most recent PMP familia member to reach out to Los. But we also have Pete Hoffman here in San Carlos, Pete Cruz in this Belmont San Carlos border, Corinne Sartorio, just to name a few. Paulie, let me read a couple of. I want to read. This is a review from Pete Cruz, dear friend of mine who just worked with Carlos recently. He says, I recently had the opportunity to work with Carlos over the past several months to explore refinancing options. He worked collaboratively with me to ensure my family's financial goals were achieved rather than rushing to complete a deal that was not optimal. Right. Carlos and his right-hand assistant, Terry, are very diligent and make an inherently stressful process very streamlined and straightforward. I would not hesitate to recommend Carlos and his team to anyone interested in securing a loan. And what I loved about that, Paulie, is that it was a several-month process. Okay, they were exploring refinancing options. But he says that he worked collaboratively with me to ensure my family's financial goals were achieved rather than rushing to complete a deal that was not optimal. And that sums it up to me, man. We've talked about it many times, how Carlos will not rush you through the process if it's not the right time. And if you want to establish trust, if you want someone to establish trust with you, that's exactly what Carlos does. He establishes the trust and the friendship and says, hey, this is the great time to do it, or hey, this is not the right time to do it. Let's keep exploring. And that's what we love about Carlos. So Carlos at myflexnow.com if you want to email. That's Carlos at myflexnow.com. or give them a call, 925-250-4894, 925-250-4894.
All right, Big T, without any further delay, and I know he's been very patient. Thank you for waiting, Carlos. Let's kick it out to Los D right now. And by the way, Carlos, thank your lucky freaking stars, man, that you're in the desert right now, because I'm not kidding you. It's like a monsoon back here, man. Noemi said they're having lightning out there in Martinez. There's water just rushing down the street outside of my house. It's borderline flood. So Los D has figured that, yeah, brother, look at this. See? What is that? Is that the coaster? Is that one of the coasters, Los D? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude,
yeah,
Los D, it's good to see your smiling face, bro. We're stressed out over here today, dude. The rain, the weather, Tony's mic was all messed up. We couldn't even get the show started on time, but it's great to see you, and it's great to see Prince behind you, by the way. Shout out to the purple one. I see him.
I had to do that for Naomi. I had to make sure that he was represented for her.
Hell yeah.
And everybody else. Apologies, I'm having my own technical difficulties, and they're not weather related. It's number one, wifey wouldn't let me use her computer. She's too busy at work.
Right.
My computer and StreamYard do not get along for some reason. So I'm on the third string quarterback. My phone. Shout out Mike Morosky. So
nice, dude.
Hey,
nice.
we're OGs, guys. We audible. We do what we have to do, and we adapt. We pivot when things don't go exactly right.
You know what, Los D, before we talk Giants baseball, because again, I want to get your kind of observations from what you saw yesterday. You just mentioned third stringers. I want to throw this out to the group and see what everybody thinks. So Tony mentioned that the Dolphins released Tyreek Hill. That's not a guy I want to get involved with, but do you know who else is a free agent very quietly under the radar, like right now? Our old buddy Jimmy Garoppolo. Mm-hmm. And I started wondering, like, would the New York Jets be a good fit for Garoppolo? Because they got nowhere to go.
Okay.
They got nowhere to go but up, right? And they need a quarterback. And Jimmy's all handsome. He's ready for New York City. Put him on Broadway. The ladies will swoon. But I'm going to start beating those drums, Los D, because I will say this. Jimmy Garoppolo, once you meet him and hang out with him a little bit, he wins you over in like 5 seconds. That's why Kittle loved him. That's why the locker room loved him so much. Really, really easy guy to root for. So how do you guys feel about that? I'm starting the campaign. Jimmy Garoppolo to the Jets. How do you guys feel about that?
It makes me nervous, Paulie, because that's where people, like we've talked about the Jets being a place where careers go to die.
That's where people go to die. But what if he won 5, 6, 7 games? He would be a hero back there because they've been down on the mat for so long, and he is a capable quarterback. He's played in Super Bowls,
Right.
It's not like he's not experienced. He's had good games. I don't know. I'm trying to make it happen. Los D, what do you think?
Well, to quote Ivan Drago, if he dies, he dies.
Yes.
And better he's on the Jets than on the Niners. So doesn't matter one way or another. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's not a bad call at all. Yeah, why not give him a shot over there and see how he does? But Jimmy needs a good offensive line because he's not mobile, and I don't know about the Jets O-line situation, how it is.
So, and by the way, Los, if you're using third string quarterback today, so you're not Mac Jones, you're Adrian Martinez on the show today, buddy.
Well, I got the Hispanic last name, so that works. I like that.
Hey, by the way, Paulie, Carlos sent a view of a sunset, of a desert skyline sunset the other night. What's the scene down there yesterday, today, Los? Because that picture you sent was freaking gorgeous. There was like a pool in the foreground and the forefront of the picture.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, it was incredible, man.
It was 68, 67 degrees yesterday, just, cloudy, which was perfect because, when you're out there for 2 to 3 hours, even 70 degrees, if it's direct sunlight hitting you is going to kind of beat you up a little bit. So it was a perfect day. No wind. Just a nice, cool, casual day. Longer practice than normal, guys. I've been going out there for a few years to Giants practices, and usually they wrap up in about 75 to 90 minutes, and then they go hit at the other field behind the main field. As you guys know, you've been there to Scottsdale Stadium. They did everything on the main field yesterday, including live batting practice off of Robbie Ray and Ryan Walker. So it was a long practice and saw a lot of things that I was excited about.
Hey, Los, real quick, was part of that long practice because of Ron Washington being out there? By the way, Ron Washington, who I wasn't aware, just had quadruple bypass surgery in the
Good God.
offseason
Wow.
before he came back to coach with the Giants, man. Did you see Wash at all?
I did see him. He was walking a little bit distance away, and me and Coach Emilio were probably the two loudest fans that were there yesterday. About
Nice.
250 people. So yeah,
Nice.
we have no hesitation in yelling or screaming out loud. So hey, Ron, how you doing, man? He just did the peace sign and walked away. So
Yeah.
it was all good. Yeah,
And
can't be
Paulie-
bashful.
Paulie, I'm happy to report that I think Ron, after the quadruple bypass surgery, I think he's put away the Marlboro Reds for good.
For
So I
now.
think that, yes.
For now.
Yeah.
Let's go. We'll see what's going on come June, July.
Hopefully.
When I can
Well,
easily-
dude,
Yeah.
hey, John Cougar Mellencamp had quadruple bypass, and he's back on a treadmill smoking butts.
I listen. I've been waiting to show that in bookmarks for weeks. If you guys haven't seen this, he's definitely he's the Michael Jordan of cigarette smokers. Is John Cougar Mellencamp? This guy, similar kind of thing. He had a heart attack, almost died, and when he was walking out of the hospital after they repaired him, he lit a butt up right away. Started smoking again immediately. And there's a new video where he's like, "Hey guys, I'm getting ready for my big summer tour. I got to get in shape." And he's on a treadmill, Carlos, smoking a butt while he's working out. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, well, how about Johnny Sack on The Sopranos, diagnosed with lung cancer, and he's still in the hospital, just firing it up, got the bald head and everything. He's like, you know what? I'm going out the way I want to go out.
Great call, dude. Great. No, Carlos, great freaking call. And let's not forget, he's dragging the oxygen tank around.
Yes.
He's got an oxygen tank. He's smoking butts at the same time. It's insane.
You know what? I gotta
Beautiful.
pause the proceedings here. Stand by. I'm gonna share something. I'm gonna share. Okay, because here we go.
Yeah. Here he is. Okay, look at this.
Okay, so look in his right hand. In his right hand, I believe that's a cigarette in his right hand.
100%.
And then see if I'm going to bring it back to the beginning of the video. In his mouth, and he's got the hand near the cigarette. And here we
Fire
go.
it up. Fire the thing up.
Hey, I'm trying to get in shape for my tour next summer. It's like 2.5 hours, nothing but is. So I thought I better try to get in shape. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't even know what to say. Speechless, Tony. I'll take all your reactions. Working out with a lit cigarette. I've never seen anything like that ever.
He says he wants to give 2.5 hour shows to the fans, dude, and he's smoking. I partially admire it and partially just loathe it. So it's I don't know what to do.
I really do believe this. I think there are some people that are built in a certain way that I would predict if you took the cigarettes away from John Cougar Mellencamp, he'd probably get super sick. He probably has to smoke just to stay alive at this point. He's so addicted. Yeah. But anyway, you talk Hall of Famers. That guy's he's leading the charge. Hey, I want to ask Carlos about you said there were 250 people at the practice. That's pretty impressive. What's the overall kind of Scottsdale vibe right now? Has the town woken up yet, or did that happen later when the game started?
Oh yeah, it's woken up. It's Old Town Scottsdale, as you guys know. You've been there many times. This time of the year, when the weather is perfect, it's just vibrant. It's just during the day, during the night. I mean, drinking at lunchtime, happy hour, all the way through. It's a great scene to be at. And all the spots are real close to the stadium. That's what makes tickets for the Giants are still pricey, and it's not because the stadium is one of the older stadiums here in the Cactus League, but it's around close to everything, and that's what people love. So it's started up already, guys.
Nice. Hey, Los, you ran into our man Bonte Hill. I saw you snapped a pic and said hello to Bonte Hill. What did he have to say?
Great discussion with him. Yeah, just a real good dude. Met him last year along with Shasky in the studio, and yelled out to him, and he kind of recognized me. Then he came up to the stands, and we just talked for 10 or 15 minutes. Just talked Giants baseball, talked a little Warriors, and me and him, we're excited about the team from a lineup point of view. Mm-hmm. We both really like the lineup with the additions of Arias and Bader, coming over, and then possibly Eldridge if he sticks and does some things. So yeah, he's excited. We're both kind of a little bit skeptical about the back end of the pitching rotation. To be determined. This team has always won with pitching and defense, so you kind of need to, tidy that up. But this time of the year, it's always spring is hopeful, and I really like the lineup. I really do. And they're going to score some runs. It's just can they hold teams down? Remains to be seen.
Oh, sorry, Tony. Go ahead. Finish, man.
No, I was just going to say it must be so damn good to hear the pop of the glove and the crack of the bat, man. It's just that sound when you walk into spring training. Yeah. It's different than the crack of the bat and the pop of the glove at Oracle Park. It's just different. It's more intimate. It's just a classic sound, man. And I'm so happy for you that you're down there representing for us, dude, because I love it. And I saw video, I think it was yesterday, of Chapman at third, Adames at short, Arias at second, and Devers at first. And they were taking ground balls and turning double plays. And I'm like, you know what? I can get down with this. And then if they want to swing in Eldridge at first too, because he's 6'9", and put him in first base as a huge
He's a big
target.
dude.
He's a big kid. Yeah.
Tony, that's so spot on. Anybody that's a baseball player, it's therapy for us. Mm-hmm. And in a weird way, guys, it's almost better than a game. Well, definitely better than a spring training game, because you go in, and again, there's not a lot of people there. Me, Dan, and Mark were sitting, basically behind the dugout, in the first row, so we could hear the chatter, just all the talk. And there's a lot of Latin players on this team, more than normal. So I heard a lot of Spanish, and I understand what they were saying. Nice. And a lot of back and forth, and the mitts popping, and the ball coming off the bat, and not the college aluminum bat, that annoying ding sound.
I hate that sound.
It's like
ding.
Chalk on the chalkboard. But no, just everything. The grass, it is a great atmosphere, and like I said, if you love the game of baseball, to be out there for 3 hours, it was fantastic. It was very therapeutic.
Carlos, I want to read you something your buddy Gravy just put up. What's up, Gravy? Good to see you, man. I was really happy to see Gravy in your crew yesterday. Nice. Gravy's saying right now, he goes, Eldridge's crack of the bat is loud in capital letters. Speak to that a little bit. That's a good sign.
Eldridge is a little bigger than last year, if you can believe it. He probably put on about a good 8 to 10 pounds of muscle. Nice. Lower body, upper body. Nice. And we were talking amongst the three of us that the thing that Eldridge brings to the table is the dude is so big and strong. He doesn't have to barrel it up to hit it out. He could get it off the end of the bat. He could get it a little bit up the bat, but he's so strong that he can do a lot of damage. And he just has a presence. They are called the Giants for a reason. Him standing next to Drew Gilbert, I was telling the guys, look at this. Gilbert's 5'7", and Eldridge is 6'7". He's a huge presence. Mm-hmm. And, from a first baseman's point of view, he's a tall guy. So when you have an errant throw that goes a little high, he can go and get it. And
yeah.
I love Ron Washington being with the team, because he does magic with infielders. Yep. And he's going to make Arias a better second baseman, who, by the way, lost weight and looked really quick.
Good.
And he's gonna work with Eldridge. The other guys are good gloves, Adames, Chapman. They don't need too much help, but Ron Washington will help the other guys that kind of do.
Dude, I wanted to talk about Logan's quote over the weekend. Logan Webb's quote over the weekend. I feel like this team is kind of going to have a chip on their shoulder this year. Good. And I think it starts with Vitello, and I think that also with what's going on with the NL West with the Dodgers and stuff. But Logan Webb, to quote him, says, "I'm tired of finishing around 500. I know fans are tired of it."
Totally sick of that. Yes.
He says, "None of us are happy about it either. I've been here the longest now, and it's frustrating." So I feel like this could be a year where they've got a chip on their shoulder and a different style of Giants ball that we've seen the last few years. I don't know if you've seen any of that or feel that at all, Los, down there, but I'm wondering if that's the vibe this year on the team.
I love that about Logan Webb. He's a professional athlete that, he wants to win. He just doesn't want to collect a paycheck, a guaranteed paycheck, no matter what you do, personally or team-wise. So I love that bulldog mentality about him. And I think there is a lot of positive vibe and atmosphere around. Bob Melvin was, who he was. Just for give you an example, Vitello was out there hitting fly balls to the outfielders. Nice. He was hitting with the fungo bat. He's hitting ground balls. He's catching balls. He's actively involved. He's not a manager, but he's like a teammate, and he's going around talking to people. So baseball is that of all the sports is that one game that chemistry is huge.
Yeah.
And to be able to kind of connect with his players, I think is going to show well. All this other chatter that happened yesterday is a bunch of noise that just the team needs to ignore. I think the players are really going to listen to him and really vibe with him. So for what it's worth, at the end of the day, they still got to execute. They still got to pitch, hit, do all that stuff. But from a mental point of view, I think huge positive with this guy as a manager.
And I want to say, just obviously, when Logan Webb speaks, he's a leader, and the rest of the guys are going to listen to him and look to him as a leader. And remember, I know you guys know this, but let's not forget that Logan Webb has had a taste of the postseason when they had that 5-game series against the Dodgers that went 5 games. I just want to remind everybody, Logan Webb pitched his ass off in that series. He was lights out. Like, that's why I kept seeing he would have fit right in with 10, 12, and 14 because he was a bulldog on the mound. And so I know. So my point is, he's had a little taste of the postseason, and he hasn't been back since. So knowing that he is a big game pitcher, like he performs his best on the big stage in the big moments, and I think he really burns to get back to that big stage.
Yeah. No, I completely agree. He was a beast in that series. And when I see comments about him not being a number 1 ace pitcher, is like, what else could he have done in that series but to shut down a really great Dodger team the way he did. So yeah. One other thing I wanted to add, guys, is I'm hearing that a lot of Giants, 9 Giants, are going to be participating in the WBC tournament. So that's going to open up. All 3 outfielders, Bader, Ramos, and Jung-Hoo Lee, are going to be on their respective countries' teams. Mm-hmm. And that's going to open up the door for some of these young guys. And 2 guys to keep in mind and keep an eye on. One is Bo Davidson. Been hearing a lot of noise about him. He's just going up the ranks really fast. And I know we've heard that about prospects before, but supposedly he could be the real deal. And another guy named Dakota Jordan, who has ridiculous power as a right-handed power hitting outfield. So some young guys, Grant McCray also thrown in there. Some young guys are going to have their opportunity to shine while the regulars are out playing for the WBC.
Bo Davidson, a big lefty swinger, right? Doesn't he swing from the left side? Like, people have made references to him in Bonds. Like, he's got obviously not the ability that Bonds has, but looks like Bonds. Like, his swing looks like Bonds. And if he's got quick hands like Bonds, let's get him up the chart. Let's get him up the ranks, because nobody had quicker hands at the plate than Bonds. I don't know if I'll ever see a quicker set of hands than Barry Bonds. No. The way that guy could turn on an inside fastball, dude. That's why I wish Bonds was the hitting coach for the Giants. Because take away all the other BS, take away the fact that he was a dick, take away all the allegations. The guy knows hitting.
You sure it was just allegations, Tony?
Well, I don't know, Paul.
Allegations. I think it was a little bit more than an allegation, I think. Yeah.
Well, never proven though.
With the pumpkin head, I was like, all right, something's going on here. This guy's head has gotten 3 times as big as it was 4 years ago. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Totally.
Well, Will Clark is always down here in camp for a week or so. So if he can work with the hitters, including Davidson, and then maybe Barry shows up as well, hey, what better knowledge is that than those 2 guys?
No question. I love Will. Talk about a guy that soaks up the spring training vibe is Will Clark, man. Because that guy, he's like, when Flannery would be out there running bunting drills, you got Washington out there now.
Yeah, the bunt doctor.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. By the way, hashtag Escobar Cheeks the third. Another hashtag to add, bring back small ball. I want small ball.
Yes. Get some runs, make some Tony always says this, Low-D, and I agree with Tony, because we grew up, all 3 of us grew up watching that kind of baseball. There's a lot of ways to skin a cat. You don't have to hit bombs to win games. You can get, and Tony always says this. He goes, get a guy on first, steal second, and let's cause some havoc on the base paths, because teams don't always react well to aggressive base running, and I would like to see that come back with the Giants. Let's put the pressure on the defense. Let's steal bases. Let's bunt.
Paulie,
let's make them. Yeah.
Hashtag create chaos.
Yeah.
Multiple ways to create chaos. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Sure. Launch balls out of the yard. Those happen when you're not trying to do it. Second of all, create chaos. Bunts create chaos. Hit and runs create chaos. Anytime you have infielders moving while the ball is being pitched because of the chaos happening on the base paths, is a good thing. So I think get the hit and run back, get the bunt back.
The game has changed so much over the years, and I'm not a huge fan of how the game is being played now. I don't give a crap about launch angle and all that stuff.
Dude,
do you remember an old school World Series in 1982? It was the Cardinals against the Brewers. It's one of my favorite because there's never been two teams that were so opposite. I mean, the Brewers had Robin Yount, Paul Molitor, Cecil Cooper, Ben Oglivie, Gorman Thomas, just smashers. And the Cardinals just had the leading home run guy, I think, was George Hendrick, like 12 homers. Nothing but speed and defense. It went 7 games. They were complete opposites of each other. Cardinals win in 7. That's how you win in baseball. You can win a lot of different ways, not just hitting the ball over the park. Yeah, I get riled up when I talk about old school baseball.
Me too. Yeah, me too.
Los, did you get a Harrison Bader sighting while you were there? Because I saw him shagging fly balls. I'm like, ooh, God. And not to get too technical, but one of the things we drill into our kids is your first step in the outfield. That's a massively important step when you read the ball off the bat. What's your first step? It should always be back because it's easier to come in on a ball than it is to go back on a ball. Watching Harrison Bader in the outfield over the weekend, I was like, oh, man, look at that first step. Look at his footwork. The guy's, I mean, I'm a fan, dude. I like that they have him, and they put him in center, and Jung-Hoo Lee was taking balls in right. So any Bader sightings out there?
Honestly, he was the guy that I was most impressed with yesterday. To be perfectly honest, I like the I like the signing. Truth be told, he did well for my fantasy winning championship team last year. So I do know a little bit about him, but he's just a good, solid hitter. And oh my God, his BP, he was swinging out of his A on every pitch. He's put together. He's like a little mini Mike Trout. He's not very tall, but he is just solid, and he's a great glove. I think that's a very under the radar pickup.
He's built like McCaffrey, dude. Like he is short and stocky with huge legs. Like the guy could probably be a running back if he wasn't a center fielder, you know?
He's got this long curly hair coming out of the back of his hat. I was telling Dan, oh, look, the Great American Hero. The World's Greatest American Hero TV show. And big, like I said, just a stout dude. And I think he's going to do great in center. And it makes Lee not have to, play that much in center field. He can play in right field. And I think that'll improve Lee's defensive abilities. Lee looked good yesterday too, by the way.
Hey, I have a question for both of you guys. Here's what this talking about old school baseball and the way the game is played now in this modern era. Why do you guys think that there aren't players like, and because the Nutter just said this on the comments line, it's a really good question. Like, why aren't there players like Vince Coleman, Mookie Wilson, Ricky Henderson, guys that specialize on getting on first base and then just stealing bags? Like, why has that disappeared from the game, like base stealing specialists? Why?
Paulie, I think that Jung-Hoo Lee could be that kind of player.
But they don't utilize him like that, though. They don't. And I want to know, like, that's once Ricky Henderson or Vince Coleman got in the batter's box, if those guys walked and got on first, you knew what was going to happen. And the Giants had guys like that. The Giants had a guy. You guys remember Billy North, who came over from the A's? Yeah. He was a leadoff guy that would get on first. Bang! You knew he was going to second, and it was like, see if you guys can stop me. And why are there not that type of speedster specialty guys in the game anymore?
So I want Los to respond in a second, but that's why I want Jung-Hoo Lee batting second. And Arise is one of those guys too, Paulie, who doesn't strike out and gets on base. If you have your first two guys being that type of hitter, then it sets the table for Adames and Devers and Chapman and Ramos and Eldridge and you know what I mean? And Bader. So it's like those two guys should be the table setters for the rest, for the meat of the lineup.
Yeah.
Jung-Hoo, I don't need power from you at all.
No,
I don't. No.
Just get on the bases, man. Just get on.
Slap. Dude, watch Ichiro film every night, please, and just slap, right? And so that's what I want from this Giants lineup at the top of the lineup. Los, I don't know how you feel about that. I know you talked about Bader leading off as well. I'm not against that either, but I think Arise striking out only 21 times last year. That literally, when a pitcher sees him walking up for the first at bat of a game, that pitcher's like, oh, crap. This is from the get-go. This is going to be a very difficult at bat to start the game.
I mean, I'm a batting average speed guy anyway. That's the kind of game that I prefer because speed doesn't get into slumps. You can, just hit a ground ball, in the hole and you just beat it out and then you get to second. So there's a lot of different ways that you can beat somebody. Yep. And sadly, I just think the business of baseball has made players that are learning to play and develop. They're, just like the 3-point shot is now. Everybody's doing 3-point shots in basketball. Yeah. Well, in baseball, what gets you paid in a big contract? Home runs. Yeah. Like you could have a guy that hits 300, hit 12 homers, and steal 40 bases. And then you can have a guy hit 210 with 25 homers. And guess who's going to get twice as much money? The home run guy. And that's sad. Yeah. I like high batting average guys. I like guys that get guys in from third by not having hit a home run, just put the ball in play, hit a fly, sack fly. So it's just not part of the game. And because of that, players are, to answer your question, Paulie, I think there's a lot of guys out there that are speed guys. Willie Mays Hayes is trying to hit home runs instead of hitting the ball on the ground.
Well, the Giants had Willie McGee for a little while, but it was towards the end of his career.
He's another one. He was that type of player. Yeah.
By the way, this has nothing to do with anything. What? But 2 stories that are going on that we'll talk about later this week or maybe tomorrow night. Tony Clark just leaving the as the president of the MLBPA is now gone, but he's under federal investigation about taking millions of money for his own personal gain. That's number 1. And then I just got this blast on my phone. IMG Academy, I think they're in Florida, fined $1.7 million for accepting fees linked to the Mexican drug cartel. Dude. And IMG Academy, do you guys know the IMG Academy? It's where basketball, instead of players going to high school, they go to the IMG Academy for basketball and baseball, and that's where they train and they go to class for high school. Dude, they're now linked to the Mexican drug cartel.
Shout out Ozark. You know what I mean? That's how it happens. They get a hold of you. That's it. You're done. Remember what they did to Bateman? They were pulling his toenails off, dude. Right. Yeah.
Totally.
I have nothing to do with that. Not guilty.
No implications.
None.
Here, brother. No implications.
None. All my loans are legit. Let's just cut that out right away.
Hey, no. Carlos had nothing to do with this one. Believe me. Hey,
please.
Last thing for you, and then I'll let you go, is the just a personal heads up, brother, because I told you one of my Jersey boy buddies is going to be knocking on your door at some point. And again, I don't know if it's business, pleasure, both. Could be both. We'll see. But just a heads up, he's a good time, and you'll have a good time with him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Call me. Give him my number, and we'll hang out. Doesn't have to be business for sure. Would love that.
Dude,
well, let's do this again, bro. I want to do this again with Carlos. Let's do another update. If you catch more spring training stuff and you see some games and you feel like, hey, I got something I want to tell the PMP guys, let us know, because this was a very good hit today, Carlos. And thank you for all the insights, man.
Oh, always, guys. Yeah, I love talking baseball and seeing what's going on and developing. And Dan Coach Emilio's a big baseball guy as well, as you know. So hey, we always love talking baseball shop. So anytime you need me, holler, let me know.
Paulie, I'm going to make a request for once a week because spring training is only a month long, roughly. So let's go once a week with Los, dude. Bring it, dude. I love talking spring training ball. Are you kidding me?
Well, I'll pencil you right now. I'll schedule Carlos right now in front of everybody for next Tuesday. Let's do another hit a week from today if that works with your schedule, Carlos.
Let's do it. Hopefully the starting quarterback and computer will be working then.
I know, dude. I know. It's a mess back here, bro. It's a freaking mess with the weather. We had so many technical issues. We were late getting to the show today. We couldn't get Tony's mic working. It's been crazy. So enjoy, dude. Enjoy Scottsdale. Have a drink for me, man.
Absolutely. And everybody out there, please drive safe. Don't drive normal under those conditions. So be cool when you're on the road. So
love you guys.
Thank you. Peace. Take care.
You too, man.
All right.
Hey, Paulie.
Our lives are better with Carlos I'm telling you right now, this guy came out of nowhere and suddenly he's one of our boys and he's dropping great insights because maybe next year, Tony, seriously, I'm not even riffing here, but maybe next year when we have a little bit more support and we can plan this thing a little better, we can do a full spring training thing. We can go there with our gear set up, talk to the players. Cause I know Chisholm would credential us if we went to Scottsdale. 100%. So we're getting closer to that kind of stuff. It's a process like anything, but Carlos, in the meantime, will be our correspondent from Scottsdale because he crushed it today.
Paulie, I agree with everything you just said. And
Yeah.
while you were talking, I noticed I just want to welcome a few more new names I'm seeing to the program.
Okay.
I want to welcome J49-G8U, which is Gate U, J49G8U. What's up? Welcome into the show. And over on Instagram Live, I'm seeing some new names over there. I see Ryan Fong over there, Ryan Fong 41. I see Just the Ging, just the Ging. I see Higgy 97. What's up, y'all? Thanks for joining us over on Instagram Live. I'd love to welcome people on Twitter, but according to Twitter, Paulie, hold on. Let me just for comedic value. How many people does Twitter say are watching us right now? It's I think four. 4 people are watching on Twitter right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yo, Musk. Hey, listen, Carl. Maybe I got to challenge him to like fisticuffs to get his attention.
Right.
Like, I know he's not concerned with what Paulie Mack is saying out here, but Musk, we're trying to do a show here, dude, and we're using your platform. How about you get your platform to become like? Is there any update on when it's going to be working properly? Do we have any info?
Well, according to StreamYard, they say that they are in communications with Twitter, with Musk, and with everybody trying to work on it this week. So it started last Tuesday is when I noticed it last Tuesday. Here we are a week later.
It does suck. All kidding aside, because I know that there are a lot of people that watch the show on Twitter. They use Twitter to consume our show. So it's not cool that we have not been able to post the show. Just so you guys know, we're not doing it on purpose. There's some kind of glitch we haven't been able to post. And that goes for Brooksy, that goes for Tolbert, and everybody else who's doing independent shows like we are. Big Al, you know what? I think I could beat his ass, Big Al.
Yeah.
He would come out with all kind of ketamine. He'd be all messed up on drugs. He might be like, frothing at the mouth. But I think I could take him. I really do. I'd have Escobar train me for a couple of weeks. And because I wouldn't wait around, Tony. That's the thing. What did Bill Walsh always say? Beat your opponent to the punch. So while Musk was sitting there rolling his eyes and like grinding his jaw, bam, I would just hit him right in the nose. I'd break his nose right there. Now I'm threatening Musk. How about that? I'm putting physical threats out there in order for him to speed up his platform getting repaired. Whatever it takes, Tony. If I got to fight him, I'll fight him. I don't care.
Dude, I love it, Paulie. I'm down. And I would pay for that. I'd pay for that more than I would pay for the Floyd Mayweather Mike Tyson bout. That's going to be happening. It's in bookmarks. We can show that tomorrow night.
By the way, we got Diana checking in. Diana's going, I could take Musk too. You and me, Diana, we got this guy. We got him. Yeah.
Hey, dude, Paulie, I'm gonna give direction for the show on the way out here. Okay, as we wrap the show. Okay?
Well, we still got to do Dr. Young.
I know. I was going to give you a roadmap. I'm giving you a roadmap for the final few minutes of the show.
Okay.
We talked about birthdays. We also want to do Dr. Young, give Dr. Young some love today. I also want to go and give some love to Robert Duvall again. Yeah. And then I also want to just show Bruce Springsteen's tour announcement because it's a cool video that Springsteen's like sitting in front of the Z28. And then, we can talk about this tomorrow night. But, dude, Shrinking Season 3, the show Shrinking Season 3 I got into over the weekend. Just started Season 3. Also, I watched a movie, Paulie, called Coda. Have you seen Coda? C-O-D-A? It's an incredible movie. We watched it with the family last night.
Who's in it? I've never heard of it.
It's a girl who goes to high school, and she is the only, in her family of 4, both of her parents and her brother are deaf, but she's the only one who can hear. And she's got an amazing voice, and she sings, and she ends up going to Berklee School of Music because she can sing her ass off, but her family can't hear her. It's the wildest movie, but I couldn't. And Megan said that CODA stands for Children of Deaf Adults. So wild movie. I highly recommend it. No shrinking spoilers. I see people on the chat there. I will not give any shrinking spoilers. I've only seen 2 episodes of season 3, but man, Paulie, I highly recommend you get into this show, dude. Harrison Ford, 80 years old, acting his ass off, dude. Yeah. And seriously, and Jason Segel and the whole cast, incredible cast. And what's his name? Freaking from the Alpha Beta. Come on, who's the big Alpha Beta? Come on.
Carradine?
No, the big Stan Gable. Who's Stan Gable? Who's Stan Gable?
They brought Stan Gable's involved?
Not the character Stan Gable, the guy Ted McGinley. is in Shrinking, and he's fantastic. He is
McGinley,
fantastic.
yeah, he's a piece of work. McGinley, yeah,
dude, he's fantastic. The whole Paulie, I cannot recommend this show enough. Like I recommended The Bear to you, and like stuck with it the way you've like hammered me about stuff.
Yeah,
I'm hammering you about Shrinking. You need to get
is that
involved.
Netflix? Where is it available?
Apple TV. Apple TV.
And it's hard to keep up. You know what I mean? I got like there's so many freaking networks now. I'll
know.
find it. I've heard a lot of good things about Shrinking. I usually jump into stuff late though. I jumped into Mad Men late. I jumped into The Bear late. The only one I was ever on time with was The Sopranos. I was there day one, and I went all the way with that. But I generally jump in late.
Hey,
I like
Paulie too.
People,
Paulie, I'll give you my Paramount Plus login too, so you can start watching.
I got that too. I'm already paying for that. You don't need to. You know what I mean? Take more money away from me. It does. What's the difference? At this point? We're all gonna die. You know what I mean?
Dude,
yeah, it's another service, but someday we're all gonna die. You might as well watch Shrinking while you still can. You know what I mean?
Paulie, I literally paid for Paramount Plus this weekend so I could watch The Godfather and then know that I could watch Landman right after that. So
with The Godfather, why did you need a hit of The Godfather so bad? I'm curious.
Because Robert Duvall, when he passed, I'm like, I got to get back in. I got to go back in.
Good for you.
And you know, Tom Hagen, dude, for life. Tom Hagen for
Tom Hagen and bookmark. Maybe tomorrow night we can cover all that.
No, I was going to say we're going to do Dr. Young, we're going to do Hagen, we're going to do Springsteen, and then we're going to say goodbye. Okay.
All right, here we go. Dr. Matt Young. I want to say, let's talk about the official dentist of the PMP community. Back in the mouth where we belong.
Yes.
Thank God. Back
Love
in the mouth.
lift us up where we belong.
Sing it again. What did you say? What was the
I
first?
said, love lift us up where we belong, right?
What are we doing? A little Joe Cocker?
A little Joe Cocker. I have a tendency to get into some Cocker every now and again.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying like Jagger, Plant, Springsteen, Cocker. You know what I mean? Cocker.
Totally.
You guys know any Cocker? Hey, here we go. Tony, by the way, no, that guy could sing his balls off, Joe Cocker. I'm just showing respect.
Yes.
Okay, info@youngdentalsf.com. That is one way you can reach the official dentist of the PMP community. What?
Patty from Napa out of nowhere on the chat. Dr. Young, bring gas to the next PMP event.
No, I don't think he can do that. He'd probably lose his dental license for doing that. That's not a toy, Patty. That's not a toy. But since you brought it up, I have asked Dr. Young for the gas at different times because I've had some big procedures done. Everybody's going nuts today. I don't know what's happening in the universe. The whole world is tilted off its access today. Yes. And there's, who could restore some order to the whole thing is Dr. Matt Young. He's the guy with the steady hand. Thank God, somebody around here has to have the steady hand, and that would be Dr. Young. But no, kidding aside, there have been procedures I've had, and he'll ask me, he'll be like, do you want gas? Do you want to stay awake? Like, tell me what you need, and I'll take care of this. And I'm like, no, I want the gas. I don't even want to know what's going on. Just wake me up when you're done. I am a Tony, what you would call on the streets a fraidy cat when it comes to Dr. Young working in my mouth on a big procedure. I'd rather like kind of be in a peaceful dream state than the like having to do the blow by blow. I'm just not comfortable with that. So yeah, it's available. If you guys need that for a big procedure, he can definitely accommodate that. But listen, he is a general dentist and he does all the comprehensive dental work that you would expect from an award-winning dentist like Dr. Young. And that would everything from cleanings to fillings to implants, veneers, orthodontics. If you have like an emergency case, he can always accommodate that as well. The entire team, his whole staff down there, very friendly, very accommodating. You will see they will work with you. They'll fit you in. You're being like, well, Paulie, listen, I'm super busy. There's no way I can get into the city and go to you. I'm saying BS on that. He will find a time for you that works, including Saturdays. The guy's got Saturday freaking hours, which is almost unheard of in the dental game. And he specializes in implant surgeries. So if that's something that you have been told you need, I would recommend talk to Dr. Young first. Let him do it. This is what he does. He's one of the best in the country. He goes around the country lecturing about implant surgeries and implant restorations because he's the president of the American Academy of Implant Dentistry. Tony and I have said this a million times, but I think it's worth repeating. If you're new to the show, I know a lot of new faces today. When you visit Dr. Young online, go to Google or Yelp and start reading some of the reviews. Thousands of them. He has won over the entire Bay Area with his charm and with his great work. So if you're nervous like me about getting dental work done, this is the guy for you. I'm telling you right now, he's not pushy. He's super chill, big sports fan, loves San Francisco, loves Giants ball. You can always talk to him about Giant Baseball if you want to. He's at 490 Post Street, right off Union Square. In the business over 25 years. He is the best. I'm telling you right now, Tony, simply the best, better than all the red. That's what he is. He's simply the best. Call him today. Set up your appointment, 415-392-8611. We've been lucky enough to have Dr. Young hang out with us socially, too, at some of the PMP events. And by the way, opening day announcement should be coming pretty soon. Tony, I think we're safe to say by next week, we can announce the opening day coordinates, if you will.
Yes, we will finalize. We will finalize that this week, but it's looking like we can hammer it and basically start promoting it on Monday, Paulie.
And maybe Dr. Young will come out for that, too. Come out on Dr. And the only thing about Dr. Young when he comes in, dude, he's so freaking handsome that the whole room turns to, like, look at him, and they totally forget about Paulie and Tony. Like, we're an afterthought when Dr. Young comes in with the tan, the teeth, the hair. You know what I mean? He's a handsome devil. But anyway, reach out to Dr. Young and let him go to work for you today. 415-392-8611, Big T.
That's all I want to say, too, Paulie. On that note of the PMP Familia, we've got members of the PMP Familia that are already seeing Dr. Young that have reported back to say that the experience is everything that we talk about and more, that it's relaxing, that it's actually enjoyable going to the dentist. My kids and wife are those included. Escobar Cheeks III is another person that I've talked to directly about this, and they talk about the bedside manner of a Dr. Young, the bedside manner of the entire staff at Young Dental Group, and Polly talked about the headphones and the music, but it's also, again, dude, like we talked about, Tom Stack, like, makes the real estate experience enjoyable. Dr. Young, these are experiences that people don't wake up in the morning saying, I can't wait to go looking for a house today. I can't wait to go to the dentist today. But you know what? When you're going to see Dr. Young, you know that you're going to have an enjoyable experience. You know, and the whole staff at Young Dental Group, you know that you're going to have a positive experience. And that's why we back Dr. Young and we back the Young Dental Group, and they back us. It's a beautiful partnership. So again, Paulie mentioned early too, Saturdays till 4 p.m., weekdays till 7 p.m. They make themselves available for you. So Paulie, again, 415-392-8611, 415-392-8611, or email them info@youngdentalsf.com.
Yeah, and I wanted to say that you'll be thanking us when you do. You really will. You'll be thanking us when you see Dr. Young. He's just a chill dude. He does great work. And there's no need, again, like you don't have to be uptight. Like I used to be super uptight about the dentist. You don't have to be anymore, not with Dr. Young. Tony, as we are on the precipice, if I may, of an hour and a half. What now? What?
One thing I want to show Pine Needle. I just want to say the generosity of our show. We talked about the supers earlier in the show. Well, look at Pine Needle just stepped up. He gifted 3 months of PMP membership to a new member of the PMP Familia, Aaron Lost. Now, Pine Needle, will you step up for Aaron Found as well, is the question. Okay, but Pine Needle, thank you for doing that. He gifted a membership, PMP membership for 3 months to Aaron Lost. Great job, Pine Needle. Thanks, brother.
I'm not going to say this on the air due to like Cron 4 considerations and things like that, but I want everybody to just read John Joseph's post right now. That's all. Just read it. That's it. I don't know how that happens. And I'll leave. Well, next time we hang out, you'll have to tell me that story. Tony, I'm going to make an executive call right now. I never really do this. I'm going to make an executive call. Ready?
Yeah,
hey, can I be considered an executive? We're going to stop the show now. We're going to stop the show now. We're going to come back tomorrow night with our normal night flight show. He's coming back for more John Joseph. True story. Okay, I believe you. No, dude, I believe you. When John Joseph says something like that, he's not making it up. I know that, dude. Of course I believe you. Oh, actually, one last thing before, because, Tony, I want to boot all the videos to tomorrow night. Let's just do an extended bookmark thing tomorrow. But
no Duvall? No 30 seconds of Duvall on the way out?
Tomorrow night. It's because it's going to lead to a whole other thing. Tomorrow, it'll be better tomorrow night. We do it in one proper segment. Now I lost my train of thought. Damn it. What was I going to say?
You were commandeering the show. You were taking over the show. You were going to.
Yeah, I got distracted by. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Okay, so I just want to make sure that I understand the layout of this week. And by the way, we both forgot to wear robes today. Shout out to you. Shout out to me. Going robless on a Roby Tuesday.
Yep.
Please play along at home if you do, though. And also, Patty from Napa is already into the wine. Patty's like, I'm drinking wine. I don't care if it's too early. Patty,
Well,
you
dude, Paul, you know what it is? It's cabin fever for all of us, man. Like, we've all been in our homes for 4 days now with this storm.
Sick of it. I'm getting kind of sick of it. I need to get outdoors and flap my wings and stuff like that. And it's getting to the point like, yo, California, the drought's over.
Yeah,
okay, cut the S, dude. Let this thing blow out the sea. But it's not. It's going to be.
It hasn't stopped. It hasn't stopped the entire show. It has not stopped raining, at least in San Carlos, the entire show.
I ain't talking about a drizzle. It's freaking pouring. Is it? At least up in here in my neighborhood, it's like a downpour.
Yep, same.
But the last thing, I want to end the show on this. I wanted to end this on a business note. Talk a little business on the streets. Mm-hmm. Do we have a guest DJ for the musical assignment this week? I believe we do, but I want to make sure because is it John Joseph?
Yes, it's John Joseph.
Okay.
Dom Peralta and I will be in touch with John Joseph later, either today or tomorrow at the latest, to test it out. John Joseph, you got to be ready to rock on Friday, brother, because there's a lot of people that want to see you in the mix this Friday. I think people might have requests for the Technicolor robe.
That thing was amazing. I was literally, I don't even know if John knows this. John, I was like snapping pictures of you just from my own head. Yeah. On at the Christmas party because that robe was so incredible. And who's saying Paulie's a peacock, he's got to flap his wings. I really do.
Paulie, that's JJ Raider 9168. So I don't know. I haven't seen that before either, but I know John Joseph is Versago.1. Which we got to get the meaning behind that.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah,
I don't know what Versago means. Who knows? Yeah.
Same. Yeah. But JJ Raider 9168 saying, quote, I'm a peacock. You got to let me fly.
That's me. Yeah. By the way, do peacocks fly at all? Do they just run around? I don't even know if they fly.
Actually, do they fly?
I'm not sure.
Have you ever seen a peacock do the whole thing? Have you ever seen them do the whole thing?
Strut, yeah, they fan their feathers. They're all pretty looking with the colors and stuff. I don't know if they fly. We'll look into that. We'll announce it tomorrow night. The habitat of the peacock. All right, Tony. Listen, enough is enough for one day. Proper bookmarks tomorrow. We do Duvall. We do all that stuff. There's a ton of stuff in there. And Stevie B dropping a Pelican fly. Will you have your board tomorrow?
I'll have the board tomorrow. I'll let it all fly. We'll let it all hang out. Hopefully Mother Nature gives us a break, which I don't know if that's going to happen. But either way, I'll be back in the PMP LBP studios with a full soundboard and ready to. And my kids will be back in school too. They're off today, so that's.
Why are they off today? What the hell's today?
Well, dude, a lot of schools are off all week for ski week. My kids are off for President's Day yesterday and today, Monday and Tuesday, President's Day.
Double dip? You get a friggin' two. I'll tell you what, dude. Listen,
dude.
When we were started, we didn't get any of this S. We didn't get ski week. Take a Tuesday off, sure, dude. We didn't get that. We get 1 day for President's Day. You're telling me they get a 4-day weekend? Is that what you're telling me?
That's what I'm telling you.
I think we went to the wrong schools, man. We went to the wrong kind of schools, and now everybody's always like, "Oh, we're so concerned with your well-being, and we hope that you're doing well." Like, dude, nobody cared when we were going to school. It was survival of the fittest. It really was.
I'll tell you what, though. I do like our calendar when we were kids where we started school the week after Labor Day. Dude, my kids are back in school the middle of August now.
I hate that. It's summertime.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's summertime. Let the kids be kids. I don't like that new schedule either. Yeah, Labor Day was the traditional thing. It was aligned with the return of NFL football.
Yeah.
So when football would start, school would start. Mm-hmm. But I feel like when your kids have to go to school in August, they're kind of missing some of their summer vacation.
Yeah, no question, dude. No question. Yeah. And I know that there's some schools if you're playing freshman football, you need to be back end of July to start workouts with freshman football. And I know that some schools start a week before my kids go back, and that's why they have the ski week off because they start a week earlier. I don't know, man. It's just like you said. By the way, every Monday my kids are out at 12:30 or 1:30. What the hell?
They're getting babied now. Diana's out here and me and you both, Diana. She goes, me? I just cut class. That's how I got days off. I did the same thing. I'm not going to school today. I wouldn't announce it, but I just wouldn't go. Totally. And that's why I wound up here doing radio. Yes. Okay, Tony, there was something else. I think I forgot. I've lost my way today. So let's just wrap it up for today.
Yes.
Thank you guys. There's been a lot of new faces today, which is great to see. All the standards. Diana, welcome back. Come anytime. Arkansas Dave, Tuba Sun God, Rags, Beat LA, Stevie B, Low Steez in the house. All you guys. Will Sparks, thank you guys for supporting the show. We'll be back tomorrow night with a proper night flight. and John Joseph on Friday. And I think the assignment, when I asked him last week, I go, what's the assignment? He just wrote heavy metal. That's all he wrote. Heavy metal, which is fine. Let's go. Let's go. I got a bunch of heavy metal records, man. We'll get into it. Patty, I hope you're feeling better, dear. And I know it's tough. Losing anybody like that you're close to is tough. Lily, great to see you too. Lily goes, get your S together. We'll see you tomorrow. Perfectly said by one of the queen broads of the scene right there. And that's their preferred term. Don't attack me. They prefer to be called broads. They say it. I'm just kind of echoing their thing. We will get our S together, Lily. We're trying. And thanks, everybody, for supporting the show. Tony, take us home. For the love of God. Jeez.
Paulie, no Diamond Dave today. No Diamond Dave today. And no, yeah. Oh, hold on a second. Let me see if I can just start wrapping us up, Paulie, if you could.
Well, I'll tell you what. I can let Keith Richards take us out. Like, let Keith have the final word today, if you want.
Yeah, go for it, dude. Go for it.
So once Keith ends this riff, that's the end of the show. And Keith Richards wishes you all a very happy and dry Tuesday in the Bay.
And there's other guys that just burst in your dressing room and say, "Where's the dope?" And
Peace, y'all.